Welcome everybody. My name is Mark. I'm one of the longtime students and members at Dawn Mountain who helps out with leading our Sunday meditation. This is our 11 o'clock Houston time hour together, where we come together for a practice of meditation, but going between our breath and chanting sound together. And I am on my backup. I'm on my phone, so I can't see all of you guys here, and I can see about 4 of us at a time. So welcome. Good morning. So I don't know if there's anyone here for the first time. I don't think so, looking at the list, at least here on the Zoom link. There might be some of you later or currently on YouTube who will be joining us for the first time. If so, welcome. It's glad to see you, and thank you for taking the time to be with us. So we just had our first Sunday session last week, with Harvey leading us with a 30-minute talk going through the perfection of generosity. And I know that we're going to use that as our ground and basis for the next few months going forward. And then Anne led us very nicely, taking that into the practice. And so I think we'll try to keep that energy going, either me directly offering some thoughts, and maybe you guys too, keeping in mind anything that is meaningful, bringing generosity to your practice today. Well, okay. I know today too we've recently had a very significant anniversary. The 20th anniversary of 9/11 was yesterday, and I imagine that to some degree we've all had our minds on that, and a lot of emotions and memories, I'm sure, for all of us. I know for me, it's something on my mind to connect that with generosity is how are we connected? Generosity is a practice to help us loosen our connection with grasping at a complete dualism, a complete separation of ourselves from everything else, a way to reach out and be connected with others. And I think the way that we've seen our societies connected within ourselves, and in America here, we came together in a very profound way, and also at the same time, had a very different relationship with other groups and societies around the world, which have now really changed really drastically in the last few days. And so I think that our connection with the world has really been profoundly challenged over the last 20 years. And it's been a powerful reminder of that recently. Well, if that's something that you're bringing today, please leave space for that, for yourself. Be generous and kind with yourself. If not, that's fine too. Okay. Well, let's get settled in, and I'll offer some words and some direction, but just some food for thought as we go. But let's settle in. Let's find if you're in a chair, you can find your stability in your chair. If you're seated on a couch or on the ground, we'll also try to find our grounding and our support first. If you need to stretch or pop or wiggle, take some time to do that if you need to. We want to feel supported and also in a relatively comfortable but sustainable posture. So we don't want to be too slouched or too asymmetric. We want to find some relative balance between ease and kind of engagement with how we're sitting. You can invite yourself to settle as completely as you can into your support that's here right now. We'll start with the ground and the room around us. I know we've checked in with this before, and be curious about what it feels like today, in this moment. We want to. It's nice to feel freshness and curiosity. You can check in with any support from your own body. Your body making contact with the ground, with the bones in your body, holding you up, the muscles, the tendons. You can touch in with the central part of your body if there's an energetic support. It might be like a central channel or a deep, something deep within you. You can take a moment to just be allowing that generosity of all those things to be here to offer support. Notice if it's easy to feel appreciation or some resistance to that generosity. Now that we've touched in with that support, we can invite ease and space into our experience right now. We'll first find ease with just going along with our breath. Our attention and our consciousness is always there. We'll see what it's like to let that settle and kind of explore within a kind of a narrower field with just finding a friend in our breath, whatever that breath is. And as we finally settle there, before we totally jump in there, just make space for appreciating the reasons you come here today. What are the values or the aspirations? What's the reason, benefit for you or for others that you want to be in touch with today? Now that we're holding that, we're already there, kind of right at our breath now. And we'll finally settle in. You can invite yourself to feel in as you relax in the next few minutes, a little deeper and deeper. Find the nooks and crannies of your breath that you're not aware of kind of day in and day out. Deeper in our belly, kind of maybe newer or more subtle sensations at maybe at the end of the breath, or little wisps, little dances of sensations. The other side of the practice is when we find ourselves not with our breath. and what it's like to be generous and kind with ourselves when we are distracted, being able to notice, letting go of other thoughts or sounds, or not having to push them out, noticing them for what they are, things that will come and go, and allowing ourselves to have this break from any worries of the past or the future. So I'll leave space now for us at our own pace to enjoy the freshness and curiosity, openness of settling with our breath, and then being kind and aware when we're distracted. Do that for a few minutes. Now we'll change to chanting together the sound home, home at our own pace. Let it go on for however long it takes. I invite you to unmute. We can share amongst ourselves and hear each other, to be present with each other if you feel comfortable with that. And this is our opening up to not just our own body. We'll be with our body too, hearing the sound and feeling, making the sound. We'll also be sharing the sound, opening up to the room around us, receiving it back too. With offering and receiving generosity and care. So that might be something that resonates here too. So a little openness, a little generosity and receiving, and with each other too. We'll do that for a few minutes. Om, 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 our awareness, the sphere of what we're in touch with, has expanded. It might shrink down over time. I invite you to just see if you can hmm, just relax into keeping your attention open, still settling with your breath. Just take that expansion with you. You can be curious if your body has any changes like tension, relaxation. If you find any tightness anywhere, you can invite it to relax. No pressure. Again, we'll settle back into our breath. Just be curious, be fresh. See where your attention goes into your breath. It might change over the next few minutes. And again, we'll bring our attention to sounding home, home together. Again, if you'd like to unmute, please do. Be in touch again with this expanding openness, feeling deeper into our bodies, open more to the room, to the more ephemeral, just momentariness of sound, expanding inward and outward. And again, we'll shift our attention, our sphere of awareness back into our breath, coming in, out, open and curious about the sensations around it, things that might come and go, and open to how we might think about it or other things that happen around it. When those things happen, we bring our awareness, our compassion, not running away, not destroying or getting rid of those things, We can be aware of those momentarily. When they fade, rest again in the sphere of our breath. And as if we deepen and that relaxes and that progresses, be curious about that process. What it's like to deepen, relax, settle. Before we chant one more time, I invite you to write down any names in the chat, people that we want to keep in mind to dedicate today to. So if you need to do that, please do. And with that, we'll again bring ourselves up to chanting, sending, receiving sound, expanding to that sensation in deeper and further out of our bodies. Om, Om, Om,
Hey, Mick.
So we can rest one more minute, settling into our bodies, resting around our breath, just enjoying not a lot of pressure. Just see how little effort it can take to settle and be curious, be fresh. These things are natural to us. We don't have to create them, they're there. And before we wrap up, take some time, open yourself up to check in. Just see how this last 45 minutes has impacted you. If it has. If it's made any waves in your body or in your mind, just check in, be curious. And with that, you can start to open your eyes, warm up your body, come back to the room, to each other. We'll close and mark today with our candle offering, and then dedicating our practice to the names that are in the chat. I don't have a candle, but you can either imagine, or if you have a light you wish to offer, see Nancy, as reliable as ever, already has a light ready to offer. So we'll say our blessing prayer. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. I'll say the names in the chat here. I'm gonna have to tilt my head a little. So today we think of Sylvia, Rolando, Nathaniel, Emma, Ed, Leia, Rosa the horse, the Bardo, Emma the cat, maybe Bardo, Carolyn, Perry, Health, Gary, Jermaine, Bardo, Jerry's mom, Pema the cat, and the Bardo, Deborah Ussery, Tom Griffin, David David Brownstein, Carolyn McKnight, family, Nina, Castro, Bardo, Remy the cat, Bardo, Hannah, Tim, Logan, Wade, Aaron, Callie Cook, Bardo, Kara Harwood, Julia Buck, Daryl Clem, Don Cochran, all those suffering with painful memories, all those who have lost. also to Mark, maybe we'll also say the 4 aspiration prayers with the verse of Shantideva. Keep in mind and body love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. Okay. That's my part. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your time and your presence with yourself. It's nice to be able to be part of this ongoing tradition. I imagine there's announcements, things to be said. I know that we've just started our ongoing Dharma explorations. I think our older name for it was Teaching Tuesday. And I know there's a lot of upcoming events with Lama Tenzin, so I don't remember any of the details of that. So I'm going to hand it over to someone who does.
Emily, do you want to do it?
I'm happy to do it. So as Mark said, our Dharma explorations is continuing. It is Stories and Surprises on the Buddhist Path, Core Mahayana Council for Living Well. Renee Ford and Nathaniel Rich are guest speakers on the series, and they are talking on the 6 perfections and newly translated sutra. Claire's course is continuing. This Thursday is the last Thursday, her Meditate Like a Buddhist. It's still not too late to join though, because all those sessions are recorded. Also on Thursday, the 16th, at 1:30 p.m. Central, Anne Klein will be live on Facebook to discuss our upcoming Dzogchen Cycles retreat, Embodying the Elements. This Saturday is Saturday Sadhana. That's September 18th. p.m. Central, we will do the Trauma Ja practice. Sunday the 19th at 1 p.m. we will also have a peer support meeting for anyone who is a member of Full Cycles. And then Thursday, September 23rd, Dense Compassion Cultivation Training course begins. There's also our retreat, Embodying the Elements, that starts Friday, October 1st. That's open to anyone who would like to join. It's a really exciting retreat, and the content of this retreat will be touched on in February's retreat. Then Lama Tenzin will be the first weekend of November, Friday, November 5th through Sunday, November 7th. All of this content is on our website and on our calendar. So.
It's wonderful, all those things. It's both awesome and a pity that there's so many good things coming up. I've personally done the compassion cultivation training program, and as a Buddhist and as a professional in mental health, I find it a very genuine and powerful track. Authentic from a secular Buddhist and a clinical and as a human being, wonderful track. I know that Sharon had wonderful words to say about the Elements retreat, also powerful. And Lama Tenzin is always a total joy to hear teach, and so is our Teaching Tuesday. It's all wonderful things. And Claire, Claire that's someone who's great. As if it's your first day or your 100th year meditating, she's very authentic. So
the elements are about the qualities such as the elements are about qualities like the earth is firmness or solidity, but it also can be rigidity. It's looking at how particular qualities can be both useful and obstructive in how we bring our qualities of into balance. It's not a science course. It's lovely to see everybody. Thank you all for coming. And stay healthy.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mark. Lovely.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.